Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hi guys, and welcome to another Fool of the Week. This week's Fool is Tory MP Bob Seely. Why? Well, because he is the Member of Parliament that wants to pressure the government to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles over a TV show on Netflix that he hasn't fully watched yet. Yes, a few episodes are out and he wants them punished. Now, I hate to break it to Bob, but there are worse than Harry and Meghan in the royal household. Andrew, for example. Anyway, have a listen to this exchange he had with Sheila Fogarty.
And I just think if Harry's going to sit there saying how awful it is, and if he's going to trash our country as being this sort of racist hellhole, which actually quite the opposite, it's one of the best examples in the world of a multiracial society. It's not perfect.
Okay, can I come in on a couple of those things that you said there? Yeah. I've only watched 2 of the 3 episodes that have dropped, so maybe in episode 3 he trashed Britain as a racist hellhole. But in the previous episodes, he actually describes how a senior editor in this country said, "Get used to it, this country." When the headline started about Straight Outta Compton and all the rest of it, he said privately to Harry, "Get used to it. This, Britain is full of bigots. It's a racist country." And Harry said very, very firmly in the first 2 episodes, can't remember if it was 1 or 2 now, it said, "I absolutely don't believe that. I absolutely disagree with him." Now, this is a man who's gone around the country since he was a kid, meeting all kinds of people on, tours with his mother and father. And he's clearly got affection for the British people.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have tried watching bits of it, but I've been reaching for the sick bucket.
So you're saying that Harry has called Britain racist, and then Sheila has said here that, well, actually he was told by members of the media, probably the Daily Mail or someone like that, that yes, just get used to it. The people are going to treat your wife terribly because the country is racist. And Harry responded by saying, "I don't believe that's the case." And this idiot, his response to that is, "Well, I haven't watched it." So you're judging Harry on something that you don't know has happened. You haven't seen it. And you're saying, "Well, I just don't like Harry anyway." These people don't like Harry and Meghan, okay? So no matter what they see or don't see is not going to change their mind.
So much. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so rude. I have tried watching it, and I just find it sort of.
But he certainly didn't say it's a racist hellhole, this country.
Well, okay, let's see.
It's quite the opposite.
What I've seen coming out is that he's effectively there's a racist template that's going to be put on this country.
So you come to the conclusion that Harry has said something, or Harry has presented some sort of template, and you haven't actually seen the show. I haven't watched the show myself. I'm not interested in the show. I'm not really interested in I'm not interested in this back and forth between Harry and Meghan and the media. And the media, of course, are using this to sell newspapers, to get clicks online, to drive revenue to their websites. That's what they're doing this for. If you look at GB News, for example, every day they're talking about Harry and Meghan. That's all they talk about. Because if you look at the videos that they're uploading, they have tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views. They realize that this is something that many people want to see. I don't understand it. You have these 2 individuals trying to live their life, and the media are trying to paint them in some way. You paint him as hating Britain, her as hating Britain, and how they're disrespectful to the royal family. There was even a report saying, this is insane, that if the Queen and Prince Philip were alive, they would have been offended. They're not even around, and people in the media are trying to claim that they would be offended.
And, we hounded Meghan out because she was this beautiful non-white princess. And I'm sorry, all this sort of nonsense, which I don't buy. Again, soap opera and drama aside, there is a constitutional argument here.
How is he trashing our constitution?
Well, I'm just going to come to go. The soap opera aside, there is a simple fact here that he is a member of the royal family, and he is arguably bringing the royal family into disrepute by repeatedly airing his dirty linen in public. And I'm sorry that you aren't seeing all the reports about the fact that he's using race here as an argument against this.
Present it. Present the evidence that he's using race as some sort of argument. He's not. Bob hasn't presented any evidence. He hasn't said, "Look, here is a clip of Harry saying something." It's all hearsay. It's all an attempt to paint Harry in a very bad light and his wife in a worse light. He has nothing. And he's bringing the royal family into disrepute. Andrew, you frigging idiot. Andrew, what about him? What has he done? And the media, of course, touched on what Andrew was doing. If you were to put on the scale what the number of articles from the right-wing media like the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Express, the Telegraph, if you were to compare the number of stories they've run on Harry and Meghan and compare that with Andrew, they've probably done maybe a dozen on Andrew. They've done thousands over the last number of years on Harry and Meghan because they know it keeps the racists and bigots happy. The racists who don't like her and the bigots that don't like him. They're foaming at the mouth every time they hear about Harry and Meghan. And the right-wing media, be it the traditional press or new media, understand that the public love it or hate it, as the case may be. But the idea that you're going to strip Harry and Meghan off their royal titles, which is something I completely disagree with in the first place. Nobody should have any royal titles. But if you're going to strip them, then surely you should be also stripping Andrew of his titles, because he's done much worse. Much, much worse. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this, and I'll see you next time for our next Fool of the Week.